Thurman keeps it 100 on Terence Crawford, Canelo fight of the year. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Corner Red Sports. Let's talk about it. So, there's a lot of conversations going on regarding Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. People are calling it the fight of the year, the biggest fight of 2024. Keith Thurman recently gave an interview. He has some things to say about Terence Bud Crawford. I just want to break all that down, give my 5,000 knuckles for anybody a lift.
Man, you know, me and Crawford, we come from the same Olympic year, man. So deep down, he knows that whatever he said, there was a time he really wanted to fight me. He didn't really want to fight me. After Spence, they were saying, you know, we're done, welterweight, we don't need to think about Thurman. So I always say never. Stop telling me that these fighters will never fight me, because I know how it works.
Alright, so Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Keith Thurman, what's really going on?
Run like a big fool, mama!
So Keith Thurman was asked a few questions about his thoughts of Terence Crawford. He has some interesting things to say. On top of that, there's a lot of talk going on regarding Terence Crawford and Canelo likely coming together at the end of 2024 to make the biggest fight of the year.
Bring out the pooper scooper!
My question to the boxing community, on top of what Keith Thurman had to say, is would that actually be the fight of the year? We had some pretty good fights already in 2024. I think we got some really good ones still to come. The one I'm most looking forward to right now is the Frank Martin Gervonta Davis fight. I think that's going to have a lot of highlights, but we already had the Devin Haney fight. That was really spectacular. Him and Ryan Garcia.
He had sex with my mama! Wow!
And there was a few other decent fights before that. We just had the Canelo-Munguia fight. Canelo destroyed Munguia. We got Lomachenko and George Kambosos coming up, I believe, this weekend.
What'd you just say?
So it's a lot of good fights going on in 2024, but will Terence Crawford and Canelo actually be the apex of the year? Could that be the highlight of the year when it comes to the sport of boxing? And would you respect that matchup if it does get made? Would you actually purchase it?
Khaled. No need.
Or would you look at it like it's just a mismatch and Terence Crawford really don't belong in there with Canelo?
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
It's just sort of a money grab fight. Because me personally, you know, I don't want to sound like a hater.
You know where that come from? Watching that damn TV.
But I think if he fights Canelo and he doesn't at least take one fight at 160 or 168, he's just doing it for the money. I don't think he's actually doing it to try to get in there and compete with Canelo. Just my personal opinion. And Keith Thurman, you know, I think Keith Thurman's still a little salty because he spoke about Terence Crawford here recently. And I think he feels like he should be where Crawford and Spence is.
What kind of bullshit is this?
You know, and I think if he beat Manny Pacquiao, he most likely would be. But he went down to Pacquiao, and he said that, you know, he was in the Olympics and Terence Crawford was an alternate. And it's funny now because you can look at it as it flip-flopped in the pros. Terence Crawford is a undisputed title holder, and Keith Thurman is an alternate.
You human piece of cow flop!
I think he's a little salty, and I think that Keith Thurman would like to be in their position, but I don't think that Terence Crawford, even though he was an Olympian, has what it takes to beat Canelo Alvarez. I don't think he's taking it serious enough by just trying to jump weights like he is and just expecting his skill set to be the end-all, be-all. This is my personal opinion. So, me personally, I think that even if the fight does come together, I think it will end up being the biggest fight of the year, just based off the names. And I don't think that it will be the best in-ring fight. I think that Canelo would win.
And you never once paid for drugs. Not once.
And I actually think that Canelo would most likely retire right after that.
I've always invested in the things that I do.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
And I love and I'm passionate about, because that's the only way you're gonna be, and I'm educated about.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
So education is the key, y'all. Educate yourself to what you believe in.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Don't just get caught up in somebody say, oh, we're gonna make $10 million. Hold up.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Show me how we're gonna make 10,000 first.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tube. Holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product of your channel or my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are out of here.
Don't try this at home.
I don't know shit about boxing.
You're from the field, you know I'm fucking with you. If you're from Kentucky, you know I'm fucking with you. You ain't never heard of me, you wanna get familiar. Well, my nigga, let me paint a picture. 12 motherfuckers splitting 3 bedrooms. Dang, my nigga, let me get some leg room. Every single night we watch the 10 o'clock news. Young black man murdered over tennis shoes. Every year we moved to a brand new hood. Had to fight a nigga just to make it understood. Bitch, I learned to fight from Wayne and you nothing. First thing they taught me, nigga, swing if you touch it. Moved out of town when I turned 19. Seen $400 pounds of light green. Moved back home before I turned 20. I guess you could say that was the birth of Louis Keys. It was time to let these niggas know my name. Young Real introduced me to the game. He was rapping too big back in the day. When they had Daddy O and Hurricane, they was getting beats from Willie Will and Lil J. Can't forget Young Sirs, they did they thing. That motivated me to do the same, and I did it. Spit it so clean, they thought I came from a dentist. This is for my niggas with a chain gang sentence. When you make it home, I got some change and some bitches. No hook, but they still play it in the club. 7 grams of the loud, paid about a dub. Cause I know the plug and I know the outlet. Feel snapback I got ain't came out yet. Nigga, please listen to the game that I'm slinging. Tax time come around, I claim like I'm banking. Ain't nothing worse than $1 million bitch that'll fuck for a purse. I need a nurse, I think I'm getting sicker. My nigga Dose came through with 2 bottles of liquor. This is for my nigga Moski and all the other real OG. Do a line, pop a pill, roll some weed. Take a seat and listen to the book of keys.